यत् मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। थैंक यू सो मच। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं। जन्मादियस्य यतन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिघ्नेश्वराट् तेने ब्रह्मरधयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरया। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्माप्रोचितकैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापोत्रयन्मूलनं। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परिरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदयवृद्ध्यत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रव्यसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरवो रसिका भुवि भावुका। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नित्यानन्दम् अहं नौमि सर्वानन्दकरं परं हरिनामामृतं देवं मम दूता शिरोमणिम्। आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाम्बदिव्यछविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसाप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। One last time. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जिन्होंने हाथ उठाया उनके लिए धन्यवाद। So I am been told to discuss about the pastimes of Mother Sita. When class is going on, please no talks. If you want to talk, then please don't talk. Talk after some time. Because all the time we are talking, so it's good to listen also. I'm going to tell you a very interesting story, the pastimes. How many of you know Ramcharitmanas? That's it. How many of you know Ramcharitmanas? Oh, no. You just heard of Goswami Tulsidas? Really? Huh? Yes. How many of you have studied Ramcharitmanas? Good. How many of you know Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank Thank you, Mataji. So we are going to connect these two literatures today. There is some incident in Ramcharitmanas which connects with Śrīmad Bhāgavatam from the life of Mother Sita. Once what happened, Lord Shiva and Sati, not Parvati, Sati, okay, they both went to hear about Ramcharita from Agastya Muni. Okay? Lord Shiva and Sati, they both went, they spent good amount of days and they heard the entire Ramacharita. In turn, Lord Shiva, Agastya Muni requested, my dear Lord, can you narrate Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu to us? So Lord Shiva spoke on Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. You might say that Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is Abhi Ka Granth hai. No, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is also old literature. So Lord Shiva spoke reciprocation, he spoke Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Adan Pradhan hota na? Give and take. The elevated souls, they prefer discussing about the science of Supreme Lord. So after discussing Lord Shiva and Sati, they offered their obeisances to Agastya Muni and they were discussing this in Prayagraj. The discussion was happening in Prayagraj. So they left for Kailash. And Lord Shiva knew that Lord Ramchandra is performing pastimes. Okay. So he thought that let me go and offer obeisances. Pranam to kar lena. If you pass by and there is a temple nearby, what will you do? Let me just go and offer pranams. Isn't it? ऐसा तो होगा नहीं कि it will not happen that there is a temple, ISKCON temple nearby and you are passing by that street and you will not go and offer obeisances. You will definitely, if its temple is open, we know we'll park the car, we'll go and take darshan, right? Lord Shiva said, Lord Ramchandra is performing pastimes and let me go and offer pranams. Okay. So he takes Sati, goes to the forest and the scene is Mother Sita is kidnapped by Ravana already and our Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they are crying in separation. Especially Lord Ramachandra is crying in separation and is asking each and every leaf, bird, beast, everybody, where is Sita, where is Sita, where is Sita? He's asking everyone. Lord Shiva, he is offering Lord Shiva, what is he doing? He is offering obeisances completely. He is bowing down and again getting up. Then again bowing down, again getting up. So Lord Shiva is offering repeated obeisances. Sati is saying, क्या हो गया पति को यार, दिमाग खराब है इसका. Sati is saying, what's wrong with my husband? Is he all right? A person is crying for his wife. He's lamenting, his wife got kidnapped. This person is crying and my husband is going and offering obeisances. Logic nahi banta hai. Where is the logic? And how to say now? Now, the husband is not ordinary. He is Mahadev, the ruler of the, Trilok, entire universe worships him. So how can she say directly, what are you doing is wrong? But still, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, why are you offering obeisances? You are Mahadev. And why are you offering obeisances to Rajkumar? And Lord Shiva is saying, Rajkumar, the sons of the king. We spend days and days and days, and we heard about Ramcharitmanas from Agastya Muni. That same Ram is this. He's that same Ram. Sati is saying, that Ram is Maryada Purushottam Ram. We heard so much glories about him. And here is a Ram who is crying for his wife, like an ordinary person. Right? Like an ordinary person is crying. Now, it is very difficult for Sati to get convinced. And never try to preach to your family members. I'm giving you a sutra. Never try to preach to your family members. And especially the parents should not try to preach to children, children should not try to preach to parents, husband should not try to preach to wife, wife should not try to preach to husband. Unless they inquire. Unless they inquire. When Krishna and Arjuna, they were best of the friends. When they used to sleep, they used to eat together, sleep together. Arjuna's feet was on Krishna, Krishna's feet on Arjuna. So they were like best of the friends. Krishna never spoke any Bhagavad-gītā to him in advance. When did he spoke Bhagavad-gītā? In the middle of the battlefield when Arjuna said what? Karpanya dosho pahata sabhava prushyami tam dharma sammuda chetta yashreya anishitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadi mam tam prapannam. Oh Krishna, I am bewildered, I am your disciple. Please guide me. I am your disciple. So when Arjuna surrendered to Krishna, then Krishna spoke the Bhagavad-gītā. Otherwise, what did he do? Buddy, my buddy. So that was the relationship. Here, Lord Shiva, he tried to explain her the situation with Lord Ramchandra. He's telling he's a supreme Lord. He's Maryada Purushottam Ram. The same Ram whose glories we heard for days and days and days at Prayagraj. She was not getting convinced. And she said, I would like to test him. Who is saying? Sati is saying, I would like to test. Who? Lord Ram. And Lord Shiva said, Hoi soi jo Ram rachi rakha, ko kari tark bada vaisakha. What did Lord Shiva say? Sati, she is a goddess, my wife. I am not ordinary, she is also not ordinary. Right? And she wants to test my master. If he is the Supreme Lord or not. Interesting, huh? Lord Shiva did not argue in householder life. How to avoid arguments in family life. You should learn from this episode. Lord Shiva did not say anything. He said, please go and test. If he wanted, he could have stopped her. No? Explained her. He did his best. She was not getting convinced. She said, I want to test. Lord Shiva said, Hoi soi jo Ram rachi rakha. And he took out his bead bag and sat under a tree, banyan tree, and started chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very simple way of avoiding the arguments between husband and wife. Very simple way, isn't it? Allowing the other person to do what they want to do. And then, so Lord Shiva just allowing the person to, allowed her to, okay, you want to test? If you don't have faith in my words, first you should try. But if your spouse doesn't have Shraddha in you, In this particular thing, she might have Shraddha and other things, but in this particular thing, if some particular discussion is going on, she doesn't have faith in you, then allow that spouse to do whatever he or she wants to do. Sati started walking towards that, and Sati thought, what can I do to test Lord Ramchandra? He said, let me take the dress of a Sita. Let me become Sita. So she was potent enough. She was Durga. She was very powerful. She disguised herself as Sita. What was the thought process? If he is Supreme Lord Sri Ram, then he will recognize me as Sati. And he is an ordinary person, he will recognize me as Sita. Right? So she, on the pathway where Ram and Lakshmana were passing by, on the pathway underneath a tree, she disguised herself as Sita and she sat down there. Ramchandra and they were crying, and suddenly they saw Sita, Sati. Lakshmana got offended. ये तो सीन में नहीं था. ये क्या है? Lakshmana said, what is happening? She is a fool number one. Lakshmana immediately recognized, Sati, what is she doing here? Lakshmana got very offended. I'm going to slap her nicely. एक तो वैसी टेंशन ऊपर से ये. Lakshman was about to go and smash her, and Lord Ramchandra said, hey Papa, Mahadev ji ki patni hai, wife of Mahadev. We cannot deal like, we have to be very, very in proper etiquette. She is a woman. Deal nicely. Be respectful. Let's go and talk. Might be she's in some difficulty. That's why she has taken a dress like, she has become like Sita. She might be in some difficulty. Who knows? Life is so uncertain. So Lakshman got cooled down. And see, both of them, they went and said, oh Mother Parvati, Mother Sati, what brings you here? Why are you sitting in this alone jungle? What is wrong? Where is Mahadev? Where is Shiva? Is everything all right with you? You need some protection. What happened with you? And Sati was thinking, abhi to ro rahe the. Now he was crying. And all of a sudden he is talking like this. Recognizing me completely. How was the exam, Prabhu? How was the exam? It's good?
Tomorrow result will come, then we'll see.
Okay. We are waiting, Prabhu, for the party. We'll come again, everybody. So, now Sati, she was bewildered, completely bewildered, that she got caught. And Sati said that, and she could not say anything, but she just said that Mahadev is just sitting nearby, and I just happened to come and see you. And then she, while she was having this talk, so she fell unconscious because she could not digest what was going on. She just fell unconscious, and when she came back to consciousness, she saw Sita, Ram, Lakshman in all the directions. And in every direction with Sita, Ram, Lakshman, he saw Brahma, Lord Shiva, their wife, all Indra, all the devatas worshipping Sita, Ram, Lakshman. Whichever direction Sati saw, in every direction she could see only one thing: Sita, Ram, Lakshman, and Sita, Ram, Lakshman, and Brahmaji, Lord Shiva. She also saw herself in that. In all their directions she went, she just saw that. And she just fell unconscious again. And then Lord Ramchandra and Lakshmana, they went further. Now, Sati got up, she realized she got a science of self-realization course. Science of self-realization, very important. So she got up and she went back to her husband. Husband said, Hare Krishna, how are you? What's going on? I said, nothing. I went there and then I thought that whatever you must have said is must be correct. Huh? So I just offered my obeisances and came back. And Lord Shiva knew that, Lord Shiva knew his wife. The husband knows the wife knows the husband. You cannot hide things, they cannot hide things from each other. So Mahadevji thought, let me check what she did actually. So Mahadev went in Samadhi and checked what she did. And she did the biggest blunder of her life. The biggest blunder. What was the biggest blunder? Sita ji was the worshipable deity of Mahadev. She was like Swamini, Pujya. Lord Shiva worships Mother Sita, Lord Ram, Lakshman. Lord Shiva worships. And Sati, his wife, took the form of Swamini. The Lord Shiva said to himself that now our relationship as husband and wife cannot continue because she took the form of my goddess. Now this relationship of husband and wife cannot continue. But he did not say anything. He simply rejected her from inside, from the heart. He did not utter a word there. Another lesson for the householder's life. If there is chaotic situation, do not bark, do not shout, do not throw things at each other. Just keep quiet. And whatever decision you have to take it from inside. Lord Shiva took a decision, Lord Shiva rejected Sati. Was Sati ever? No. Lord Shiva rejected Sati. But as soon as the decision was taken, the devatas appeared in the sky. And devatas started showering flowers on Mahadev. Jai Mahadev! Jai Mahadev! Vah! Kya nirnay liya hai Mahadev? What a decision, Mahadev! You are the greatest of the Vaishnavas.
Someone is at the doorbell.
Yes. So Mahadev, बड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस होता है यार ये. So Mahadev ji, he rejected Sati, and then devatas came to know. Sati was asking, "Hey devatas, please tell me what decision Mahadev has taken," because they are showering flowers on Mahadev. Oh Mahadev, what a decision you took, because Sita was his worshipable deity. She was Swamini, and he felt appropriate to reject Sati at that time. Can you come ahead? Some of you can. There's a lot of space here. Please come ahead. बैटरी चार्ज पे लगा देना चाहिए. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. अरे बैठ जाओ भाई, बैठ जाओ, यहाँ बैठ जाओ, वहाँ बैठ जाओ, यहाँ बैठ जाओ. There's so many places. So where are we? Where were we?
Flowers.
Oh, you saw the flowers coming? You saw the flowers? Yes. Oh, good. All multicolors were there. Yes, it is coming from the heavenly planets, na? Hare Krishna. So Mahadev, now when the Devatas appeared there, Sati started talking to Devatas. Hey, please tell me what decision Mahadev took. And she was talking, Mahadev, what decision have you taken? Mahadev just kept quiet. He asked the Devatas. Devatas just kept quiet. They were just keeping quiet. And Sati could not understand. She was puzzled. What happened? First thing Sati did was, she disguised herself as Sita. That is one mistake. Second mistake, she could have come and confronted her mistake to Lord Shiva. She did not do that. She lied to him. Right? Lie is the biggest obstacle in a smooth relationship. If there is a lie between husband and wife, in any relationship, if there is a lie between them, then that relation is khokla. You know, it is not a trustworthy relationship. It is said that the Devatas don't lie. And Devatas are not supposed to be lying. They don't lie. But here Sati was lying. Sati lied to Lord Shiva just to hide her mistake. Knowing that Mahadev is very powerful and she knew everything, still she lied. That was the most inappropriate act conducted by Sati. And now there was a big puzzle. First thing Mahadev did was, she took Sati from that place and he started walking directly to Kailash. And Lord Shiva started narrating to her the stories from the Puranas. Just to keep her mind busy, just to keep her mind, in some attention somewhere else. But when they reached Kailash, there was a situation. Mahadevji had rejected Sati. That means there cannot be a normal husband-wife relationship. And Mahadev also does not want to let Sati know about it, because it will be a chaotic situation. There will be fights, arguments, this, that, and Mahadev does not want to get into all this. Then Mahadev looked at the life of Sati, how much life she has. She had 27,000 years left with her. How many? 27,000 years left in her life. So Mahadevji thought that 27,000 years, how can I live with her like this? 27 days मुश्किल हो जाएगा. 27 days is difficult. 27,000 years how? Because we are calculating as per Mahadev's time, not our human beings' time. So Mahadevji decided to go in Samadhi. Okay? And he came out, he sat in Samadhi in Ramcharitmanas, he came out in Bhagavatam. Mahadevji sat in Samadhi, closed his eyes, and he started meditating on the Lord's lotus feet. There was an episode which took place in 4th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. There is an episode between Lord Shiva and Daksha, father-in-law and son-in-law. How many of us have good relationship with their father-in-law? Only two, huh?
He's here.
Oh! I can understand. I can relate with you, Prabhuji. We all have we understand completely. I asked the question again. How many of us have good relation with the in-laws? हमें बस हाथ उठाने के लिए, अरे अच्छा बोलना ही पड़ेगा, अच्छा आपका नहीं है तो हाथ क्यों उठाया? किसी ने रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया माता जी, इससे कैमरा मेरी तरफ है, कोई चिंता नहीं माता जी, आई कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टैंड. Okay, I understand. So, Daksha Prajapati, he was the Prajapati, means he was responsible for populating the world. Prajapati, there are so many Prajapatis like that. And he was the chief amongst them. So, he organized an event, Yajna, where all the devatas were there, Lord Shiva was there, Brahmaji was there. It was a very big event. Very big sacrifice was organized. And everybody was seated there. And Daksha arrived in that arena. And when Daksha Prajapati came, he was glowing like an effulgent sun, like 100 suns put together. That powerful and Tejasvi he was appearing. So when Daksha Prajapati entered the arena, everybody stood up except for Brahma and Shiva. Brahma ji to, he understood he is the father. Okay. Lord Shiva was his damad, son-in-law. He did not know the glories of Mahadev. For him, his glories was, he is my son, that is his glory. Is Mahadev like that? Is Mahadev's glory only that he is the son-in-law of Daksha Prajapati? No. Mahadev is Mahadev. By chanting by Vaishnavana Yatha Shambhu is the greatest of the Vaishnavas, he is the destroyer of he can destroy the whole universe. He has that seva of destroying the universe. He is the most, by chanting his name, it brings all auspiciousness. So Mahadev ji did not get up. Mahadev was in trance. These great personalities, they are always thinking about Krishna. They don't, they're not external. Because they don't want name, they don't want fame, they don't want pratishtha, they do not want recognition. Ordinarily what happened, wherever we go, we are looking for recognition. यार उसने मेरे को ठीक से प्रणाम किया कि नहीं किया? Did he offer his pranams nicely to me? Oh no. Why? Yes, she did not say Hare Krishna to me today. We met. Oh, that Prabhuji, you, every time I come you offer pranams. Today what happened to you? Huh? Yeah. So, human tendency is that we look for name, fame, pratishtha, recognition. Even in any kinds of gatherings we go, we look for respect. Mahadev ji has no such conception of respect, disrespect. He was completely above that. He was transcendental personality. So Mahadev ji was Atma Ramascha Manayo Niragaranta Api Urukrame. He was always in the thought of Lord Hari. Daksha Prajapati came. Daksha Prajapati saw that Mahadev ji did not get up. My son-in-law did not get up for me. Who does he think he is? ऐसा कभी हुआ है आप लोगों के जीवन में? नहीं, मैं पूछ नहीं रहा हूँ, बताओ मत, जस्ट ऐसा होता है. This such kind of things happen. Mahadev ji, he started criticizing Mahadev, abusing Mahadev, verbally, insulting Mahadev. And because of that, there was a chaotic situation in the whole assembly. Brahma ji was quiet. But there was a fight started between the Brahmanas and the Mahadeva's associates. They started talking to each other. Then the talks got converted to abuses, then offenses, and Mahadev ji got disturbed. That I do not want any chaotic situation here. So Mahadev ji got up and left that arena. So that in that yajna the decision was taken, henceforth in all the yajnas Mahadev is rejected. It is my great, Daksha Prajapati said, it is my great misfortune that my daughter got married to him. So I am taking a decision. My decision is final. That henceforth all the yagyas, Shiva's name should not be there. No ahuti, no yagya ahuti will be given to Lord Shiva. Shiva did not mind. And then this episode happened. Which one? Which I just explained to you about Lord Shiva going and hearing Ramcharitmanas from Agastya Muni. They coming back, and then this Sati situation, that Sati did a mistake, blunder, right? So 27,000 years Mahadev was in Samadhi. After 27,000, Mahadev came back in external consciousness. And that was the time again when Daksha Prajapati organized another yajna. And everybody was invited except for Kailashpati Mahadev and his daughter. Everyone was invited except the Kailash family, Mahadev's family. Everybody was invited. So what did the Devatas do? The Devatas were purposely going from Kailash. You know, ladies, they dress very nicely during that time, and they want to tease Sati. Are Sati, you are not going for your father's sacrifice? Oh, we are going, we are invited. Hare Krishna, Tata. We do, I mean, this happens, such things happen. अच्छा तुझे नहीं बुलाया? Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. These things happen. So, the Devatas, all the Devatas were going around Kailash and they were teasing Sati. And Sati was becoming restless. Imagine you in that situation, especially the respected mothers who are here. Imagine you in that situation that in your father's house, a very big event is there, big marriage event is there, very close ones. Just imagine the situation. I think you can relate to what I'm trying to say. And then you are not invited just because of your husband. Because your husband did some mistake and because of that you are not invited to that event. Imagine a situation. Look, all of you are already imagining, man. You're already into it. Look, Mataji is saying yes. Parvati, क्या हुआ ऐसा? So, Sati was restless. Now she was in dual minds, whether she should go or she should not go. And Mahadev was back. Mahadev came out of Samadhi because it was time for Sati to leave the body. Sati's time was up. And Mahadev wanted to avoid that situation. He was still trying his best. So Sati went and talked to Mahadev. Mahadev, Patidev, can you just go to the event? But we are not invited. But tell me, Mahadev, he's my father. He gave me birth to me. Why do I need invitation to go to my father's house? Do you need invitation to go to your father's house? No. That's what I'm trying to say. Mataji, you need invitation to go to your father's house? Huh? What about you, Mataji? You need invitation to go to father's house? No, right? What about you? No, right? That's what Sati was trying to explain. I do not need invitation to go to my father's house. Was she wrong?
No.
No. She was not wrong. She was perfect. She was correct. Mahadev, she is saying to Mahadev, Mahadev ji, Patidev, Guru's house, Bhagwan ke ghar pe, when you go to temple, when you go to spiritual master's place, you don't need invitation. We can just go. She was trying to convince Mahadev, Mahadev, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And Mahadev started saying, yes, you're correct. but that place where you are not respected, okay, you should not go. If you are giving, if there is a respect, there is a welcome, that's fine. Otherwise, there is no need to go. And she got more confused. Why are we talking about respect and disrespect? He's my father. That is fine, but forget about me, even if you go there, he will not respect, he will not welcome you. And she said, I don't believe you. He said, yes, if you go there, your father will not even greet you. But she said, I want to meet my mother, I want to meet my sisters, there's so many of them, everybody there for the ceremony, I want to go. And Mahadev said, you decide, but I will advise you not to go, because it is inauspicious if you go there. It is not good. So Sati was going at the door, coming back. Going at the door, coming back. Going at the door, coming back. Again going at the door, coming back. She was not able to make her mind. And finally she decided, let me go. And she started walking. And as soon as she started walking, she was Sati, wife of Lord Shiva. Immediately the whole caravan of Nandi and all the associates, Bhutnath and all the associates of Lord Shiva, they all accompanied her. Full Z plus security. Z plus security, Baba, Mahadev ki patni hai. Huh? Immediately she got her carrier in Nandi and all the associates, and Mahadev's associates are coming, Baba. Mahadev's wife is coming. Imagine in India, if chief minister's son or his travel, what happens? Huge security, Baba. 15, 20, no. At least 100 cars are there. So this is Mahadev's wife. And when all of them, when they came and reached Kailash, Daksha Prajapati's Yajna's place, his home, Sati was watching everything. That she arrived, and all the Brahmanas and everybody was surprised. And where did she come? Why did she come? Why did she come here? Information reached Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati saw her and completely ignored her. Then Daksha Prajapati ignored her. She was expecting some kind of welcome from the father. But he completely ignored her. And then she looked at the mother and the sisters, and they warmly welcomed her. Said, very nice you came. Then she went inside the arena. And she saw the Brahmanas were offering oblations in the fire. And there is no oblations for Lord Shiva. And they started laughing at Sati. They started joking about Lord Shiva. Never do that. Never laugh at someone. Never do that. If you are in power, someone is powerless, never exhibit your power to them. Never do that. Otherwise, time will turn. You will come to know what is going to happen now. Never show your power to powerless person. Sati got offended very badly in her heart. And she remembered. What did she remember? That Mahadev used to call her Dakshayani. Dakshayani means daughter of Daksha. Mahadev said, hey Dakshayani. And that Dakshayani word used to pierce her. Why? Now that word Dakshayani word started piercing her, and she started talking to her father. She said, dear father, my husband calls me Dakshayani because I am born from your body. But I want to cut off that relationship today. You don't know the glories of Mahadev. You think him as an ordinary soul, ordinary person. And then she very elaborately glorified Lord Shiva there. And she said that, today I am finishing my relationship with you. So Sati sat down there, meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, and with that yoga agni manifested from her, from within, and she burned herself, and she died. Everything is not yet over, don't worry. कहानी में twist अभी बाकी है. Now as soon as this was, nobody could imagine that Sati will give up her body. Who could imagine that such situation? But such situation arose, and now there was a chaos there. Chaos what? Who will face Lord Shiva? Who will face the anger of Lord Shiva? It was a terrible situation.